Hi, my name is Paige Janssens, and I'm here with the Haldeman Enrichment Center. Now, what if I told you that there was a way that you could present yourself from numerous diseases, help our environment, and save thousands of lives a year? Would you do it? Now, while you may think the one thing that actually does all these things, veganism, isn't for you, that you would never give it a chance because you believe you could never do it, I challenge you to give me 5 minutes of your time, 5 minutes, that's it, for me to convince you why I believe a vegan diet is the way to go. So most people go vegan for one of 3 reasons. Environmental, ethical, and health. So of course there are more than these 3 reasons, but these are the 3 I'd like to talk to you about today. The first reason is one that I don't think many of you probably know about, the environmental impacts of eating meat. It may surprise most of you to know that 51% of greenhouse gas emissions are due to livestock and their byproducts, compared to only 13% that is due to transport. The production of meat is extremely bad for our environment, as the livestock and factory farm byproducts are becoming more and more waste every day. I was also shocked to learn that one hamburger takes 660 gallons of water to produce. That's equivalent for each and every one of us showering for 2 whole months. So just cutting down your shower times isn't going to cut it. Meat products are also responsible for 91% of Amazon deforestation. And by embracing a vegan diet, you can cut your carbon footprint in half by up to 50%. In my opinion, a vegan diet is the way to go if you care about our environment. Now, on to reason 2, the ethics of being a vegan. This is the most hard to talk about, but one of the most important. It was almost 3 years ago, while watching the movie Vegucated, that I questioned the ethics of eating another animal. Why was it, I thought, that we cringed at the thought of animal abuse to our pets, but were perfectly fine, happy even, to eat a dead animal? Were we oblivious to this, or did we just choose to believe this was not the case? After some more research, I figured out the common trait all meat eaters had. It was the reason you thought something may look delicious until you realized it was dolphin meat, but are perfectly fine eating a fresh cut of fish, knowing where it came from. This can be summed up in one word: disconnect. Humans are so accustomed to eating meat that it almost seems like a given. But have you ever stopped to think where it came from? We have such disconnect that none of us have ever thought if our food had a life or feelings. Have you? Of course you haven't. No one has. Because we are so used to eating meat that to stop eating it almost seems silly. But if you truly love animals, then you will give up meat and improve all of their lives. Now, the next pictures I'm about to show you could be hard for some people to see. But I'd like you to remember, if I can't stand to look at it, why is it okay for me to be eating it? Animals in factory farms are jammed into cages, brutally abused, and painfully slaughtered before they've even had a chance to live. By embracing a vegan diet, you can save thousands of innocent animal lives a year. The final reason for going vegan is probably the most mainstream: the health benefits. So there are so many health benefits to going vegan, I could never possibly list them all. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to list a few. By going vegan, you can reverse and prevent diseases like high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, asthma, cancer, osteoporosis, kidney disease, dementia, and as you can see, so many more. By taking meat out of your diet, you can take out bad fats, cholesterol, and yes, we'll still get the same amount of protein, contrary to popular belief. And from personal experience, I know that you feel overall better, get more sleep, and have more energy. The most surprising thing I have learned, and I think you will find this surprising too, is the World Health Organization has declared a processed meat as a carcinogen in the same group as tobacco products. This means that it is scientifically proven by the World Health Organization that by eating processed meat, you are just as likely to get cancer as if you were smoking a cigarette. There is no way that eating meat can benefit your health. Since I made the switch, I feel so good, and I think you will too. Finally, I would like to talk about some questions and common misconceptions people have when they find out I'm vegan. I hope this will clear out any any doubt you have about this. So the first question people always ask me is like, I can't believe you don't like bacon, or well, I could never go vegan because I like meat. I always tell those people the same thing. I would never tell you that I didn't like meat because I did. Actually, I loved meat. It was one of my favorite foods. But after finding out what I did and knowing how bad it was for my health and for the environment and for the animals, it seemed much more important to give up meat than the taste of any food. There's also lots of vegan products you can enjoy, so you don't have to sacrifice your favorite foods when you go vegan. Some of my favorite products are Daiya cheese. So this stuff is super good. It tastes just like cheese, and I think you'll be surprised. I've had a lot of people try it, and they couldn't even tell the difference. They also have a lot of other cheese-related products you can enjoy, so when you make the switch, you don't have to take out your favorite foods from your diet. Some other items are the So Delicious brand of ice cream. So this ice cream is super good. I've had so many friends try it and tell me that they like it better than the dairy ice cream they eat, which is amazing because it's totally dairy-free, it's healthier, and it isn't hurting the environment or animals. Other than that, there are tons of other products you can enjoy, like meat-free burritos, pizza, chocolate. There's even fake meats like chicken, beef, and turkey. So the second problem people have with going vegan is they believe that people need meat to survive. As someone who has been vegan for 3 years and is perfectly alive, I can say this is absolutely not true. Any nutrients you can get from meat, you can easily get by eating a plant-based diet. Beans and nuts and vegetables such as cauliflower, broccoli, peas, and spinach all have the same amount of protein you can get from meat. So yes, vegans do get protein. Also, back to when we were talking about the health benefits of going vegan, there is no possible way that going vegan could negatively affect your health. I can guarantee that you will only feel better after you make the switch. Another misconception I would like to talk to you about is that people believe that they are not contributing to what is going on in factory farms. It's because they eat free-range meat or humanely killed. It is my belief that there is no way to humanely kill another living creature, and no matter how the animal lived in their short life, it gives anybody to kill them. It also may surprise you to know that when companies list free range on their products, it only means that the animals have to have a foot of space in their cage. So really, when you read a free range on your eggs or beef, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're running around the yard. Another misconception I'd like to talk to you about is one I believe that only non-vegans make as an excuse to their actions. They believe that there would either be too much livestock or too little plant-based food if everyone went vegan is totally unreasonable. There's so much plants in this world and we are feeding 70% of them to the livestock. Think about that. If we got rid of the livestock, 70% more plants would be available to us. And like I just said, there's so many plants growing here on Earth, and they are constantly growing right back, so we don't have to be worried about running out of plants. It is also unreasonable to think that there would be too much livestock if everyone went vegan. We have to consider that no one would go vegan overnight, and the whole world isn't just going to suddenly become vegan. However much I would love for that to happen, it's just not going to. So it's a supply and demand problem. The more that meat that we need, the more we're going to produce. The less meat we're going to need, the less meat we're going to produce. So over time, it'll balance itself out. One more that I'd like to talk about that I didn't add to my slideshow is that one that people say to me a lot, just saying like, chickens don't have feelings or cows don't have feelings. Scientifically, it is known that pigs are one of the most smartest animals here on Earth. And it is known as well that cows and chickens grieve the losses. Cows will cry for days out when their babies are taken away to be slaughtered for veal or to be processed for milk. So the belief that some animals like cats and dogs and dolphins and monkeys have feelings, but others like livestock is totally unreasonable. Now, I know that most of you will dismiss what I've said today. Most of you will probably not give it another thought. However, I would like to challenge all of you to really think about what I've said today and try to embrace this new chapter in your life. If not for yourself, then for the animals and the environment. And I'd like to ask you, what's holding you back? Thank you.